Recording. Alright guys, yeah, I'm sitting here with Stranger Than Most. They're a band out of Macon, Georgia. Tell me what your names are.
Stranger Than Most, I'm JR.
Stranger Than Most, I'm Aaron.
Stranger Than Most, I'm Zach.
Stranger Than Most 3 times.
Trace.
Y'all got a Facebook, YouTube,
Facebook
anything?
page, www.facebook.com/Stranger Than Most Music.
Boom. You can also find us on Twitter, Reverb Nation, and Bath Salts. I mean, Twitter and Reverb Nation. And yeah. We all come from real different places, different backgrounds, but our music's kind of like a conglomeration of what it is that, you know, a multitude of influences: world music, punk rock, reggae, ska, that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? That's where we're kind of centered on. So.
Who would y'all consider some of y'all's biggest influences?
Biggest influences for me personally, like vocally and otherwise, Sublime, Bradley Noel from Sublime, of course. You know, the greats, Bob Marley, Peter Tosh, some of the lesser known artists, Clarendonians. You know, a lot of those real obscure reggae bands that came out of England and Jamaica in the 70s.
Awesome.
That was big influence on me. Bad Brains, especially. I love Bad Brains.
Oh yeah. Anything else you guys want to say?
Everything that guy said.
Cool.
Yeah, I take a lot of bass influences from like Eric Wilson from Sublime and stuff like that, and I love Primus and Red Hot Chili Peppers. I just love good heavy bass lines and stuff like that, and I try to incorporate that in our music and stuff like that, and I just have a good time playing with these guys. That's the best part about it. Getting to play with guys like these.
Yeah, we have our band is a lot. From any band I've played in, our music's kind of based in our friendship, because we all kind of make the same stupid jokes, and we all get the same references, you know, the Family Guy stuff and the weird obscure movie quotes and all that weird shit, and like we just, you know, it was by a fluke that this band got together, because I've been here for about a year before this band formed, and I was looking everywhere for musicians. I was posting stuff on Craigslist. I was looking here and there. I had no luck at all. And then but with persistence, finally, the right day at the right time, the right person looked at it. It was him, and he responded first. I had a bunch of responses, but I talked to him first, and I was like, this is the guy right here. And then we got him shortly after. He and I actually posted the ad together to find him.
Yeah, it was like 20 minutes after we posted the ad, he was just like, yo, pick me.
Pick me. That's what I remember most. I'm like, well, we kind of got to. He did ask us, so, you know. But he's probably
persistent.
I think personally, I think he's probably technically and naturally one of the best drummers I've ever heard, only play with. I know he thinks I'm being, you know, kind of like, yeah.
I love you too, man.
But it's true though. The guy's fucking amazing. Like his chops are just insane. So I was like, and he plays barefoot, like Chad Sexton from 311. So much respect.
So how hard is it for a band like you guys playing in Macon, Georgia, which really isn't the hot spot for punk rock?
Let him take this one.
Any band getting together that wants to, you know, make something of themselves, I definitely recommend just finding musicians like we did that you can just vibe and have fun with. You know, it's not about, you know, being cool and being part of a clique. All of that's fun, but what it boils down to, if you want to make something worth it, you need to take the time to find people that you can vibe with, have fun with. You sit down and write music together. I mean, we write 2 or 3 songs a night, sitting down together, just jam, you know. And if you can find musicians like that and just have fun doing what you do, somebody else somewhere is gonna like it. So. But
yeah, he's right. And on the flip side of that, being a punk band and a reggae band here in Macon is very tough for us to get gigs. I mean, we have to fight to get gigs. The reason why we got this one is because you know, this place is kind of our vibe here at Roasted Cafe and Lounge. It's more our group of people. You know, there's a great clientele that comes in here, but we find it difficult that a lot of places tell us we're too heavy. Like the last 2 songs we played tonight were, you know, fast and heavy and a lot of shouting. But the rest of the evening before that was all reggae and very well sung. So we have that paradigm of both sides, but the venues that hear us play the heavy stuff don't really want us back. So.
Because like here, it's like predominantly a metal scene. And it's really cool because Sugar Virus gave us like our first gig, and it was predominantly a metal show, other than, what was it, the Riggs?
The Riggs and
Columbus.
us were like the punkest bands.
Yeah, we were
there.
the only 2 like punk bands and stuff, and we were actually the lightest ones, but we can still hang with the metal crowd.
Yeah, that's what's surprising, is we can actually play acoustic shows, but we can also go play alongside some of the heaviest bands around, and we fit right in.
Pays to be that way.
We definitely try to diversify our set
Diversify our
lists
bonds.
diversify our bonds and diversify our set lists for where we're playing and who we're playing for. You know, a lot of the young punk kids, you know, they want to hear that heavy, fast stuff, and a lot of the older, more mellow cats, you know, they want to hear some of that dancehall, reggae, alternative stuff. You know, so.
And Green Day is not punk rock. I'm just telling you for the record. They were maybe back in '87, but they're not.
He's right.
So, sorry. I just had to put that. I know that was completely unrelated.
It's okay to like Green Day.
It's okay to like them, but don't think that they're a punk
Don't
rock
think
band.
that they're-
Do not lump them in with true punk music. Punk music,
They're a gateway band.
there you go. Punk rock music is not about necessarily about what it sounds like, but it's about the ethics behind it. It's about what you standing up for something you believe in and having something to say. And you know, where most people waste their time just talking that bullshit, you know, and singing about nonsensical kind of stuff. Our lyrics we have a message, like, especially with the way the economy is and how everything's getting worse and worse. People need to be more socially conscious, but the problem is people are more distracted by their toys, you know, their smartphones, and awkwardly connecting through websites, and then, you know, wondering how, you know, they don't interact in person, because people don't interact in person anymore.
Right.
You know, they awkwardly connect through Facebook, and then they think they know everything about someone, and then they know nothing about them for real. So,
And that's another reason why we like to have diverse music, because we bring a lot of different people together. And that's what the world needs right now.
amen to that.
Everybody getting together, we're all human, we all bleed red. And so,
And the best thing about punk rock, it's a real ground roots type scene.
Exactly.
You know, it's very word of mouth.
Yeah, a lot of self-promotion. I mean, we
Right.
make all our own flyers by hand. We do all our own promotion. We do all our own booking.
And a whole lot of bands don't do that now.
No, most bands rely on other people to do
Yeah.
stuff for them. The whole ethic behind our band is, forget that. You know, people may think they don't like us right now, but the problem is, if you pound it into their heads enough, and you have something important to say, and you stick with it long enough, good things will happen.
Right.
You know?
more advice for our upcoming band in this town. Don't rely on someone else to help you get to where you want to be.
Do it your damn
DIY.
self.
DIY. Do it
DIY.
yourself, because
Do it yourself.
honestly, everything is going to come out so much better if you do it that way, because you're going to get your message across so much easier. Nobody's going to want to try to sugarcoat it or try to change who you are. Be who you are, do your own thing, whether it's rock, rap, reggae, dancehall, even dubstep, as much as I hate that crap. do you, man. If that's what you like to do and that's who you like to hang around with, then do it.
Exactly.
I mean, because don't let somebody stop you from doing what you want to do.
And I'll be honest about it too. I'm sorry to cut you off. I just had to throw this in before I forgot. Please have something to say. If you're a musician and you have a voice and you have something, please try to bring some kind of knowledge or social consciousness to people. The problem is they like being distracted. They don't like paying attention to the real problems that are going on in this world. Like, we're all slowly but surely being gobbled up by this conglomerate. Like, this one giant corporation is eventually going to own this world. And I know people say, well, oh, it's conspiracy theory bullshit. No. The signs are all right there. There's only 3 countries left in the world that do not have a bank owned by Rothschild in them right now. 3 countries in the world. It was 7 like 2 years ago. So basically, the biggest bank in the world has a bank branch in almost every country in the world. Kenya was the last one they got it in. Kenya. Okay, there is more. Oh God, I don't even want to get started on this, but there's
You got him
so
on
much
his
shit
soapbox
going
over
on
here.
right there. Yeah, I'll get on my soapbox about some political shit. I'll get on my soapbox. So anyway,
We're not a very political band.
no, I'm just a political motherfucker.
We're
I'm
very
loud.
outspoken about our beliefs.
Well, like another thing, man. Like if you're a musician, give it your all. Like be persistent. Don't. Like if somebody tells you no, you can't do that. Tell them to fuck off. Because like really, like
You can bleep that out.
who
Yeah,
else
we're not
is
going
like
Oh, this is
a
uncensored.
punk rock reggae band in like Middle Georgia? Really?
Yeah.
Like who'd ever thought that would come up?
Right.
Especially how like Florida or
One
like
second.
Florida and West Coast sound that we have, like if you want to do that and that is what you want to do, pour your soul into it and tell everyone else to fuck off.
Yeah, and if
Love what you do.
And especially for being a band that sounds like we come from Southern California and we're all basically from the South, it's a fucked up paradigm. Like, people aren't really ready. You know, they're not really. They get it, but they don't get it. And see, most people only listen to what's on the radio, and they believe that's the only thing going on in music. The thing of it is, there's been a punk rock scene underground since the 1970s, since the mid 70s. And the band, no, they never quit. And the bands, even the Bad Brains, are back together and back on tour now. They're back on tour. They
One of my all-time favorites.
exactly, ours too. and they disbanded. You know.
Last thing you guys want to say? Y'all got to say
Yeah, we got last
yourself?
words. Last words for each of
Hey,
us.
can I get a last question in?
Oh, yeah.
How do you think that
New interviewing guy.
What do you think that as far as Middle Georgia, Macon specifically is involved? What do you think we as a community and as the millennials, the young people coming forth to run the show? What do you think we can do
That's a
to
great
move
question.
things forward?
Holy shit,
Show
that's a
up to
fantastic
venues.
question. Yes, show up. Show up and support local fucking bands. That's the problem, is no one goes to local shows anymore. People are like,
you're
well,
right.
if I can't get seen there with around a bunch of people, and then when I get there, am I supposed to jump up and down, or am I supposed to act like I'm too cool for this band? Go there and just support the band, for shit's sake. Clap when they get done, act like you give a shit. The problem is people forgotten about mom and pop businesses, and about the independent artists, and about the people who really run this country. The problem is, right now, it's being owned, and since it's easier to just sit back and let someone else take control, everyone's just letting it happen.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
like
This whole country,
corporatism.
we're a big country.
And it's like
Huge.
with like iTunes and shit, man. Like, why go to a show when you can download the concert either off of YouTube or iTunes or shit? Like,
Yeah.
Like, why even pay for the tickets and shit? And it's just like, get out, get off your ass, and go.
You'd be surprised what happens when you go out, when you really don't feel like you want to go out that night. Those are the best nights to go out because amazing things happen.
In places like Roasted Cafe here on 2nd Street in downtown Macon.
442 2nd Street downtown.
No cover. You don't have to pay to get in the door.
You come in and you drink
Just
cheap beer all
bring your
night.
ass in here, stand here, and listen to the band play, and say yeah, and walk out. That's all you have to do. Go buy a drink from Chris or something. But yeah, that's how they make their money around here.
Thank you. Yeah.
Sandwiches are good too, by the way. I'm
Yeah.
fat because of this place.
I have a tapeworm, but I eat just as much. So.
It's a double for you.
There you go.
But anyway, yeah, that's basically it. We think, please show up to local shows, support local bands.
Even if it's not us, just
Yeah,
go
for
out,
fuck's
see
sake.
new music,
Yep.
meet new
Yep.
people, and socialize.
Yeah.
Not on the internet.
Make friends. Don't get on Facebook and expect to find the love of your life and your best friend, because you got to meet people in person.
If you go out, you might get a girlfriend.
You might.
You just
A
might.
real one that you
Yeah,
can
a
talk
real
to.
girlfriend.
You will not be at home clutching your pillow later on talking about, you'll be all, you'll actually have a warm, fleshy body to go and associate with.
We'll be selfish for a moment though as well. We're getting ready to record together.
Next month.
Next month we're going to be actually doing a real recording this time. So we'll probably have about 7 or 10 songs. We're going to try to get a full length out. We're going to do as much as we can to make it look as professional as possible. So be on the lookout for that. As I said before, check out our Facebook page, facebook.com/strangerthanmostmusic. Hit us up if you want us to come play your backyard or something. Hit us up, strangerthanmostmusic at gmail.com.
And just a shameless, half the people will get this reference, but we're thinking about calling the album The Recline of Western Civilization. Because it's a reference to the decline of Western civilization.
It's a furniture reference.
The movie that came out in the 80s about Southern California hardcore that changed my life. I figured, you know what, if we're going to name an album something, let's name it after that. So, and this is actually a double take on that. It plays on the laziness of this country, the recline of Western civilization.
Or we'll just call it Titties and Beer.
Or we'll call it titties and beer. Either way, we're all happy.
Everybody wins.
Everybody wins.
Thanks, guys. As I said, check us out. Facebook.com/strangerthanmostmusic. Like I said, backyard shows, we want to do them. Strangerthanmostmusic
Make it happen.
at gmail.com.
Make it happen.
Gmail.com. It comes to my phone, my smartphone.
His phone.
Devices.
I just got a smartphone. I'm still learning how to use it.
I'm not up to date on anything.
He's still got a flip phone.
I do too.
Slides,
I do
but
too.
slides,
A
it's
slide
okay.
phone.
Yeah.
One of those.
Nice.
So he's a step up above flip phones.
Awesome.
Thank you,
That's
guys.
it. Stranger than most. Tell Jamming Music Man sent you. Check him out.
Jamming.
Local music scene.
Jamming music,
There we
man.
go.
Support local music, y'all.
Georgia.